Could a respected attorney from a prominent legal dynasty, facing financial ruin, orchestrate the murder of his own family? This chilling question forms the crux of one of the most captivating true crime cases in recent history. Today we delve into the dramatic fall from grace of Richard Alex Murdaugh, a disgraced attorney from South Carolina. Our story begins in the Low Country region of South Carolina, where the Murdaugh family held significant legal influence for decades. Their reputation began to unravel in June 2021, when Alex Murdaugh's wife Maggie and their youngest son Paul were found shot near their family estate. The tragic deaths led to intense media scrutiny and investigations. As the investigations deepened, a series of shocking revelations about Alex Murdaugh emerged. Allegations of financial fraud, attempts to stage his own murder for insurance money, and a slew of other criminal charges, including theft and drug offenses, painted a picture of a man desperate to escape his mounting troubles. In March 2022, the situation took a darker turn. Alex Murdaugh was charged with the murders of his wife and son, marking a dramatic twist in a case that had already captured national attention. Prosecutors argued that Murdaugh orchestrated the killings to escape his financial woes and impending criminal charges. The trial that ensued was as high profile as the charges were grave. The courtroom was filled to the brim with spectators, each one teeming with anticipation for the spectacle that was about to unfold. The lawyers from both sides were preparing their statements, each one a well-oiled machine ready to dissect the case at hand. The prosecution, as well as the defense, were acutely aware of the gravity of the charges and the weight of the nation's eyes on them. The murmuring of anxious onlookers served as a constant reminder of the significance of this case and what was at stake. The prosecution was the first to present their case, and they did so with the intensity of a thunderstorm. They started with an overview of the charges, painting a vivid picture of the crime scene that made the audience wince. Then they move on to the more concrete evidence, the tangible proof that they believed proved Murdaugh's guilt. What came next was a meticulous account of the evidence, each piece a fragment of the gruesome puzzle they were putting together. They began with the bloodstains. According to the prosecution, these weren't merely drops of blood, they were the undeniable marks of a guilty man. The stains were found on Murdaugh's clothing, ostensibly the remnants of his violent act. The prosecution explained with chilling detail how the pattern of the blood splatter indicated a struggle, but it didn't stop there. They also presented photographs of Murdaugh's vehicle, where further bloodstains were found. However, the prosecution's narrative stopped at the bloodstains. They had further proof, which they believed further linked Murdaugh to the crime scene. They produced new evidence photos, grim reminders of the tragedy that had taken place. Among these were pictures of footprints, captured ghost-like in the dust near the crime scene. The photos were magnified, the ridges of the footprints clear and haunting. The prosecution, with a steely gaze, declared these footprints matched the shoes Murdaugh was wearing at the time of his arrest. The defense, though, was not to be outdone. They stood up to challenge the prosecution's narrative, countering their accusations with an explanation of their own. They questioned the validity of the evidence provided, arguing that it was not conclusive. They highlighted the lack of fingerprint evidence, the absence of a murder weapon, and the fact that the footprints could have been left by anyone. Furthermore, they brought forth a different theory, proposing Murdaugh's failed suicide attempt as an alternative explanation for the bloodstains. They hypothesized about his mental state, citing his troubled past and recent hardships. They painted a picture of a man on the edge, driven to desperation, not a cold-blooded killer. They argued, with passion and conviction, that Murdaugh was more a victim of circumstances than a perpetrator of crime. The defense's counter-arguments were as compelling as the prosecution's initial allegations. The room was filled with a tense silence, the audience captivated by the riveting arguments from both sides. The trial had turned into a thrilling battle of wits and interpretations. In the end, however, the decision rested with the jury. They would deliberate over the evidence, the arguments, and the counter-arguments before reaching a verdict. The atmosphere in the courtroom was electric, as the audience waited with bated breath for the jury's decision. In contrast, the defense challenged the prosecution's narrative, citing a lack of conclusive evidence and suggesting Murdaugh's failed suicide attempt as a more plausible explanation. As the legal battle between the defense and the prosecution intensifies, we delve into the actual courtroom drama. We see lawyers from both sides presenting their arguments, the prosecution laying out the evidence, and the defense challenging every point. The tension is palpable, the atmosphere electric, as we witness the high-profile trial unfold. In this unseen footage, we see the actual trial of Alex Murdaugh. The courtroom is filled to the brim, every eye fixated on the unfolding spectacle. The prosecution presents their case with unyielding intensity. They lay out the evidence, each piece a chilling reminder of the crime committed. We see the defense rise to challenge the prosecution's narrative. They question the validity of the evidence, argue against the conclusions drawn, and present an alternative theory. The defense's counter-arguments are passionate, the atmosphere in the courtroom charged with anticipation. The unseen footage reveals the intensity of the trial, the high stakes, and the battle of interpretations. Each argument and counter-argument adds a new layer to the narrative, making the case more complex and captivating. The footage offers an unfiltered glimpse into the courtroom drama, the tension, and the high-profile nature of the proceedings. This footage adds depth to our understanding of the trial, providing us with a clearer picture of the events as they unfolded. As we move forward, the dramatic testimonies and further revelations will add more twists and turns to this riveting case. As the legal drama continues in the courtroom, the world outside is not silent. In this scene, we turn our attention to the media frenzy surrounding the high-profile trial. Clips from various news reports flash across the screen, each broadcaster providing their unique take on the developing situation. Alex Murdaugh's trial has gripped the nation, one news anchor begins, their tone reflecting the gravity of the situation. Another clip shows a reporter outside the courthouse. The defense is challenging the evidence, questioning its validity. They report, their words echoing the tension inside the courtroom. The flurry of news reports offers a glimpse into the public's fascination with the case, the media's relentless coverage, and the nationwide impact of the Murdaugh trial. As we return to the courtroom drama, these clips serve as a reminder of the intense scrutiny under which every move, every word, and every piece of evidence is being examined. The media frenzy not only amplifies the tension, but also adds another layer to the unfolding narrative. The media's role in shaping public opinion and influencing the perception of the trial is an essential aspect of this captivating tale. As the trial unfolds, the media's relentless coverage continues, adding a unique dimension to the compelling narrative. The trial featured dramatic testimonies, including Murdaugh's own. It highlighted his alleged drug use and deceitful behavior, providing an unsettling look into the depths a once respected attorney might have sunk to escape his troubles. After 3 hours of deliberation, the jury found Alex Murdaugh guilty, sentencing him to life in prison. This verdict marked the end of a powerful legal family's reign, leaving a legacy tainted by allegations of murder, fraud, and deceit. Despite the verdict, the case continues to unfold, with each development revealing more about the alleged criminal activities within the Murdaugh family. This case serves as a chilling reminder that appearances can be deceiving, and that even those who uphold the law can fall from grace in the most shocking ways.